As you know, sometimes when you receive items in Deacon Depot that you've ordered, they may come in damaged or maybe the wrong item and you need to return them. To do that, you're going to come to the Document Search tab and you'll search on Purchase Orders. You can select your date range, or in the field in the middle on the screen that's blank, you can type in any information that you know about your purchase order and click on Go. When your search results display, find the purchase order that you're looking for. I'm going to be receiving on this one from A. Daker and Company, and so when I get ready to do that, I'll click on the purchase order number. But note that over in the settlement status column on the right, there is currently nothing there. I haven't done any receiving, and we've received no invoices for this particular purchase order. So to begin my receipt process, I'll click on the purchase order number, and this brings up the purchase order that was sent to the supplier indicating the 3 line items that I ordered. When I got my box, my Pyrex glass beakers that are line item number 2, they were broken. And so I'm going to create a receipt that's going to indicate that I received all 3 of these line items, but that I need to return line item number 2. So to do that, I'm going to come to the Available Actions drop down, click on Create Quantity Receipt, and go. This is going to bring up my receiving screen. And the first thing that you always want to do when you are creating receipt is be sure that the receipt date matches the date that the items physically came to your desk. And if I need to select a different date from the one that's defaulted in, I can click on the calendar icon and change that. But that is especially important as we move to the end of the fiscal year. Then I can come down and look at my line items on my receipt. Now you'll notice that Deacon Depot always defaults in on a receipt that the quantity of items received matches the quantity of items ordered. But in this particular instance, if you remember, my glass beakers, line item number 2, were broken. So I did receive a case, but I also need to indicate that I'm returning a case. To do that, I'm going to click on the button that says Receive and Return. When I click that button, you'll notice that I now have 2 lines for line item number 2. One line indicates a line status of received, and the next line indicates a line status of returned. So this is going to tell Deacon Depot that I did receive one item, but I need to return it. So I'm just going to change the quantity of what I'm returning, and then everything else on this purchase order was correct. I did receive all of these items. I'm just indicating that I'm returning this case of glass beakers. So once I've done all that, all I have to do is come down to the bottom right hand corner, click on Complete, and when I do, this creates a receipt that goes to Accounts Payable, and it lets Accounts Payable know that I have received these items, and they can go ahead and pay on the items that came in that were intact. If I go back to the Document Search and search again for that same purchase order, when it comes up this time, it's going to show on the screen in the settlement status column that it's partially received with some returns.